Okay, gonna try and make some headway today. This is the carpet for the front part of the Blazer. That's the carpet for the back part of the Blazer. That's for the wheel wells there. I'm not too sure what that's for. This is for the back seat. I'd like to get this done today too, as well as toss this fuel tank in. I got the old one out. I don't even know that I really need it, but I figure it'd be good to put in, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to toss it in quick. Nice new tank. That way I don't have crappy old rust and crud and crap and old fuel going to my brand new rebuilt motor. So we're going to go with new fuel tank for the new motor, and I'll get that slapped in here right quick. Okay, so when putting this in, you want to put your O-ring in first, then your sending unit, like so, and this will tell you where this is going to get located, right there, like that. Then your ring goes on, so this, you should be able to get two of them kind of tucked in, and the last one require a little bit of then just tap her in place. Okay, now that I got the gas tank in, I want to move on to the seat upholstery. So I'm going to start with the back seat because it's always the easiest. There'll be a bunch of 1/2-inch bolts here. So I got a couple here. I got a couple that'll hold these perches on. I guess I'll have to get a Phillips and get that guy off. And then under here as well, there's can't swear on YouTube, sweetheart. There's some more bolts there. All right, let me get this taken apart and we'll get at it. Okay, so once you get all your hardware off and your seat belts out, you'll have to kind of see how this is put together. Like, I've never done one of these before, so I'm not too sure how this is attached here, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be bolted right in here. So I'll have to get all these hog rings off, and I'm going to take special note to how this attaches. You can see there's this bar along here, and all these hog rings are attached there. I noticed that the bottom is done first because the top comes over top. See, this goes over the bottom, not vice versa. So the bottom is what we want to do first, and I'm just taking a look and seeing how it's attached. I also noticed that there's a wire in here. I don't know if the kit I have has that wire or not. If it doesn't, I may need to transfer it. If it's got a cord in there, that might be enough. But I'm going to start taking this off, and then I'll bring you back. I don't want to make you spend a bunch of time watching me take staples out. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so here's our new one. So it's just gonna slip on and over. This one you don't need to do the whole garbage bag thing. You can if you want to, I just don't find it necessary. What is necessary though is this needs all the listing wire. It didn't come with it, so I'll have to do that. Goes right in through here. Maybe I'll just show you how to throw it in. It's pretty simple. This is a listing wire we took out of the other one, and just find the end here, drive it in through here all the way down, okay, there she is, kind of put back together, I suppose. It's not rocket science. What did that take us? 2 hours? 2.5 hours maybe?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, like it's not a big job, especially the back seat's probably the easiest one. The biggest thing is to watch this, because that's a big one that people make mistakes on, and it can look really bad. That looks really good. Around the back, it looks good. Not that the back of this gets any action. The worst part is probably up here. when you don't replace your foam, sometimes you get a little bit of a loose fit here, and that's what we got going on here, and also in this corner as well. But I don't know, like myself, it's a back seat. This is typically how they look when you're done. Looks great. And the foam was pretty good in it. It's a little thin up top, and that's why we got a little bit of that going on. But I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. What do you think?
I'm very happy.
Yeah, me too. All right, so maybe I'll go toss this seat in, and maybe I'll get started on the passenger seat next. Okay, I'm getting started on the passenger seat now. Let's see here. It's not in terrible condition. We're split there. It's not too bad. Okay, so once you get all your hog rings off and you get this all nice and loose, same as on the back, you'll have to flip it inside out, and then you'll find where these long seams are like this on here. You'll find inside you'll have hog rings in here. Those got to come out as well, and then we basically reverse the process, starting with putting the new piece in here and these hog rings, and same as this one, they'll have hog rings down in here as well for these wires, and flip it over, and then we'll just do her back up again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this zip tie through here, just like that. When it comes out on the other side, I'm going to take my knife. I'm going to put a hole here for the zip tie to go through. Then I'm going to feed it back to itself, going through the same hole it came up with, just like that. There we go. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, once I get all four on, I'll put this listing wire through here. And we'll drive this one through, put the fourth one on. We'll repeat the process down here for the other four, and then we'll bring you back. Okay, so I got them all in. I got them all tightened up. So that's all we're going to do. We're just going to tighten these zip ties up like this. And in theory, yeah, look at that. Pulled in nice and tight. Now we got some shape here and some shape here. And when I pull this tight, it'll be even more pronounced. So there you go. That's the way I would do those listing wires going forward. Use these zip ties. Way better than trying to force your way down there and get the hog rings. That's your tip of the day. Okay, so this is basically what it should look like when you're done. You should have your hog rings all around the perimeter like this. There's not a lot on these. And then I like to fold mine back in here or bring it over here, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Well, let's take a look. So you can see now the seat kind of comes up like this. You can see this like tufting or however you want to put it. If you don't have these, this just sits on here like a seat cover, just straight across. And that looks really good. I'm super happy with the results of this. I don't know if you remember what we started with, but she wasn't pretty. Not as bad as the next one, but now we're gonna get to the top, and we'll do basically the same thing over again. We'll run our zip ties through here all the way around, and basically do what we did there. Okay, so it looks like my back carpet was wrong. Went to go install it, and it looks like it's actually for a square body. You can see the fuel fill would be on the passenger side, and that's square body. There's my fuel fill over here. You can see it doesn't quite go all the way to the end on either side. Now, if a guy had his, you know, the sides that come down here to fill this in instead of open like mine is, I guess it would go there. So, but it's short to the front. Let me show you what I mean. up front here, it's a good 8 inches back, so I'm gonna have to actually create a piece to kind of go in there and drop down. So I cheaped out when I got that, but I stepped up when I got this. So this is like rubber back, and it's got the insulation. This is the top tier carpet for the front, and for the back I didn't think I really needed it, but maybe I should have. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed with my lovely wife. Basically I just got to cut out for the shifter, and I don't know, we'll see how this lines up when we get it up there, but it should be pretty good. We'll find out in a moment. Just want to ensure you got full swing of the transfer case. We got her all right there. There we go. Okay. What do you think?
I think it's great. I can't wait to go for a
That
drive.
console's brown. I should probably get that modified to black, or maybe I'll just leave it. I'm not too sure. Still got to do something with this, the shortness back here. Rock Auto doesn't want to take that back, so I think I'm just gonna make up the difference. Now, if the next guy hates it, oh, he can take care of it, I suppose. But we got a back seat in here, we got front seats in here, we got front carpet in here. It's a good carpet too.
It's awesome.
I paid up a little bit more for the rubber back with the, I don't know what it's called, but it's premium carpet for the front. For the back I didn't. You can see the difference. It's just kind of that cheapy stuff. But that's what we got. Could use a good clean in here. Then I should really think about swapping over all my door stuff, my windows, my regulators, and door panels, and door latches, and door locks, and all that good stuff. Get some glass in here, and get this thing ready to go on the interior side. I think this was, yeah, I think this goes up to the top, to the convertible top over here.
Oh, I see the button.
Oh yeah, right there. See that? Anyway, I'll get that set up. We'll get some chrome trim on here for the transition. And then I think we should probably wipe this thing down, and we can almost call this interior done for now. I got some mechanical stuff still to take care of. My transmission lines. I don't have a carburetor on here yet. I have a few to choose from. A little bit of wiring. I think the distributor needs to be wired up. A little bit of stuff. So I'll be right back with more of that. So I've decided just to splash some black on here to kind of match what's back here. I don't really care for the whole green, blue, yellow, red, black, and white thing I got going on. So last night I decided to hit the yellow with some black, and now this morning I'll hit the rest of it. I did hit it with Scotch-Brite yesterday, but I don't think it quite got down deep enough, so I went and got some stronger stuff this morning. And I'm just gonna knock the shine off of it and just hit her with some black, and we'll see how she looks when we're done. So if you haven't figured it out yet, I got about an hour before I go to work, and I decided, hey, why not try making this thing all one color. We're not doing any body work. I just basically scuffed it. Then I'm shooting it with this panel prep. I picked up some 3M Scotch-Brite pads. Just scuffed it. Me and the wife, actually. I'll put this stuff on. Then I'm ready to just shoot. So hang tight. Be right back. Okay, just like any YouTuber nowadays, I got the old turbo can going. This one's trim clad. I know down in the States they use Rust-Oleum. But yeah, I'm going to give this a go and we'll see how it works out. I'll start on the hood here. Everything I read says basically this stuff is terrible. All right. See how she lays down. So it's on a little thin. I guess you're not going to get her in one coat. Let's do a quick recap of how we got here. There's some stuff I didn't share actually. So I actually threw this thing up for sale in an act of frustration, if you will. Basically for what I was into it for, $18,000. If you want it, you can have it for $18,000. Had a few people who were interested and I kind of backed off. I had one guy, I think I was actually going to go through with it just because he had so much time invested into it, talking on the phone and whatnot. Most guys are text messages and private messages and, you know, Facebook messages. And I have a hard time deciphering who's serious and who isn't on that. Anyway, he said he'd be down if I can get it running. So I thought, you know what, all right, I do have a carburetor sitting in the cupboard. So yanked it out. Unfortunately, I bought it 2 years ago from a guy who had bought it a year prior, needing a rebuild. I tossed it on and, you know, a little bit of wiring and throttle cable, and we had a runner. And it is insured and registered, so I thought, hey, why not take her for a rip? So I did. Unfortunately, I don't have taillights or anything in it yet, so I probably shouldn't be ripping too far. But anyway, after that rip, I decided I don't think I really want to sell it. And Buddy didn't get back to me, so I kind of, at this point right now, I know, I'm going to sell it, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to sell it, I'm going to keep it. Right now, I want to keep it. Even though I got these hiccups in my paint here. I really don't mind the look of it, all in black. I'm not really the flat black Blazer guy, but I'm also not the 17 color Blazer guy either. And it's also kind of bringing up some other stuff too, like I got this dinger here I didn't know about, or I didn't notice anyway. But yeah, for some reason the paint's acting up. I'll have to do a little body work on that when I come back, I guess. And I'm not going to make it this shift. I get on a plane in about an hour. I'm going to throw this video together for you and throw it up to kind of give you an idea of what's what. Not sure if I shot anything on the interior or not, but I did get the seats done and got those in, so those are looking pretty good. Got the carpet in, that looks great. Back carpet short, well, I don't want to talk about it, but here we are. Okay, kind of back for the grand finale, temporary grand finale, I suppose. This is what we got. So let me walk you through some of the stuff I probably glazed over that you don't really, need to watch. I picked up some center caps and some beauty rings for it. I think it looks pretty good. Kind of finishes off those brand new wheels and tires, right? Looks pretty damn good, I gotta say. I found out my front clip wasn't quite as good as I had hoped it was. I found this dinger that I didn't see before. That's some rust under there. Pretty typical for under the battery tray on these things. I still got to fight with fitment here a little bit, but you know, when you get to this point on a build, there's lots of little things to chase, and I will. We'll get there. The bottom of this door here, I'm not fully committed to not putting trim on. I'm not fully committed to putting trim on. So if I get the trim, it's nice to have those holes already there. If I don't get the trim, it's easy enough to weld them up. But if I weld them up and then decide to put the trim on, I'll be drilling through my welds. And I don't know how you're gonna do that, not through my welds. Probably they'd fall out, but regardless, that was my plan for that. You probably see peeking through the back here, we got our exhaust on. Maybe we'll go down there and take a look in a minute. We got our interior in. I don't remember if that's in this video or not. If it is, my apologies. I'm sure I can edit it out. We got our seats in, they look great. It's a little dirty in here right now. I just got back from the exhaust shop. There's still some cleanup to do, a little bit of dust here and there, what have you. It looks good. I didn't replace any of the foam in the seats. I ended up just kind of repairing what I had, fluffing it up here and there. It's okay, same as my door. These are the factory door panels that were on it, believe it or not. They're in nice shape. And 72 is kind of a 1 year only thing, so that's kind of nice. Dash pad was in good shape, glass was in good shape, visors were in good shape. I got lucky on some of that stuff. These are those red full doors we got that we cut down, just like the factory did in the early years. That fits okay. This paint job is this turbo can, trim clad or Rust-Oleum, whatever they call it. It's not great. It looks okay. I think it looks, to me, it looks better than the 6 colors it was before. I know some people kind of like the 6 colors. I prefer this. So, on the inside, I guess more of the same. We already looked at the other side. Still dirty. You know, driving this thing down the freeway today, got a little kind of sketchy with the steering. I think I need to replace those bushings and those front springs. My buddy Justin was over today and we're taking a look at it, and when somebody's inside moving the wheel back and forth, you can actually see that spring moving inside the bushings. So got to get some bushings ordered up, lickety split. Under the hood, let's take a look real quick. How do I do this here? Alright, there we go. Just that little Chevy 350. Boy, she runs nice. No problems there. Little Edelbrock 600, I think that is. That carburetor's not very good. That should probably be replaced sooner than later. Maybe I'll pick up a rebuild kit and throw it at it and see if I can smarten it up a little bit. But she runs pretty rich. Let's see here. Let's take a look. You see that back seat already? Can't remember if I showed it or not. Let's take a look at the back here. Oh, this latch needs some love. There's my spare tire carrier. That guy gets bolted on, something like that. Just haven't had time to get at it. There's the spare tire. You notice it's a rally wheel. May as well make it match. Get it matchy-matchy. We got our fuel system here all hooked up again. That's good. We did a new fuel tank down there. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't want to give away too much on that exhaust. That exhaust is killer though. One of those get what you pay for kind of deals. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Because I don't mind it. You can see on this side he shot down, kept it up nice and tight to the frame there. Look how nice and tight that is. And then when he clears the transfer case, he sneaks back up inside and tucks her in all the way down. Did a nice job. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, still need to change out the shocks. They're not done yet. I don't know. It's pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Maybe I'll turn it on for you real quick. and give it a listen. I'm not going to get too carried away because, you know, we're in an enclosed garage. But this is a cold start. It's been parked for a few hours now. Let's see here. Pretty good. Got lots of oil pressure. Temperature, like I said, it's cold. And we're charging. Even the fuel gauge works. It's a pretty neat little, yeah, it's AC. It's an AC truck. It's not hooked up though. It's a pretty cool little rig. Anyway, that's where we're at. Kind of for now, I guess. Got some more improvements coming, and then we got that high boy that's not a high boy. We got that coming up next. But yeah, we'll be picking away at this guy. The wife and I took it out last night. We went for ice cream and all that good stuff. I ripped her down the freeway yesterday and today, actually. She's pretty good. I really like it. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. If you stuck around this long, do me a favor, think about subscribing. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.